Hi, I'm Ariane and I'm an orbaholic. The opening range breakout, or orb, is the one strategy I've stuck with consistently since 2021. And I have traded it through every single market condition that you can imagine. And it's still the core of my trading system today. If you're a new day trader looking for simplicity and consistency, this strategy is a life changer. I'm not just throwing buzzwords out there. This is truly the most simple and consistent strategy in the zero DTE world. No guessing, no indicators, just a clean rules-based approach using the first 15 minutes of the market open. Most of the videos on my channel are about the orb and the specific way that I trade it, using one ticker, one time frame, one order to enter, and one order to exit. I will link a playlist of some of those orb videos so that you can learn for free. We are 6 months into 2025 when I'm recording this. In this video, I will go over how this strategy has performed so far. I'll go over my trading log. But first, I'll give you a little refresher on the strategy and how I actually traded this on Monday, July 7th, 2025. Good morning, everyone. This is my Thinkorswim, and I am on a chart for the ticker symbol SPX, of course, and I'm on a 15-minute time frame. I very rarely move from this time frame. I can do all my trading from this view. So I'm going to go over what I traded today. Monday, July 7th. I'm done trading for the day. The market's still open when I'm filming this, by the way. And also I am on Pacific Standard Time. So these are Pacific Standard Times. I'm in California. So really quickly, just a refresher on how I trade the 15-minute opening range is when the first 15-minute candle is done forming, I mark off the high and the low of it. If the high gets broken, I sell a put credit spread. If the low gets broken, I sell a call credit spread for a further move to the downside. So like on this day, the high gets broken, I sell a put credit spread. I use a 35 to 40 cent profit target per 5 wide contract. So that gets achieved easily. You only need in this market 10 points of follow through in order to achieve that profit target. By the way, this chart looks a little weird because this was a half session. This was Thursday, July 3rd, and then the market was closed on July 4th, of course. So that's why this gray dotted line there. So anyways, this is how I traded the opening range breakout this morning. This is the high and the low of the first 15-minute candle. The second candle breaks the high, and normally that's my trigger to sell a put credit spread. I don't, because I have a rule that if the opening range candle is a doji candle, I skip the first breakout. This rule is worth its weight in gold. I go over this in depth on how I discovered this on the orb deep dive, which I'll also link, but that's all I'm going to say about that. The first trade that I enter today is a call credit spread, because this candle breaks the low of the first 15-minute candle, and my order gets filled on this candle here for 85 cents. I'm sorry, my mouse is dying, for 85 cents. And then I close it on this candle here for 50 cents. Okay, so a net gain of $35 per contract on every 5 wide vertical. The second trade that I enter is on this candle here. This is the 10:30 candle, 10:30 Eastern candle. And every day, as you know, I enter whatever the magic 8-ball trade is. So it's just a coincidence, but today it was the same exact strikes for the orb that I was already in. So I use a different profit target on the magic 8-ball. I use a 45 cent profit target, so that profit target gets achieved here. I close out the same strikes for 40 cents, thereby netting a 45 cent gain on every 5 wide vertical. All right, and the third and final trade that I enter is the 60-minute opening range breakout, okay? So then I mark off the high and the low of whatever the 60 minutes worth of price action is, and this candle breaks the low of the 60-minute opening range breakout. At this time, I enter a 10 wide call credit spread for a further move to the downside. And I also exit that position at 55 cents on this candle here. So all of my trading today was actually in just these 3 candles here. This is the 8 o'clock or 8, 9, 10, 11 Eastern candle. So today was a really easy opening range breakout day. All right, before we go over this, let me just recap the 15-minute orb specifically. So when the morning bell rings, sit on your hands for the first 15 minutes of price action. Once that candle is done forming, mark off the high of it, mark off the low of it. If the high breaks out, sell a put credit spread for a further move to the upside. If the low breaks out, sell a call credit spread for a further move to the downside. So this is the same basic as heck trading log I have been sharing on my channel for so many years. I think the last video or 2 ago on my YouTube channel, I go over 2024 in its entirety. The whole year, I maintained a 90% win rate. And this year, I am incredibly proud to say that I have achieved almost 92% win rate. So, obviously I have a whole 6 months left to go, but this is pretty on par with last year. I haven't entered July trades yet, so these are just tiny, slightly bit better. But basically I've traded this 60 something times with a 91% win rate. This is my average time in trade, the average margin requirement. I'm still keeping my contract size super small. I mean, okay, look at this note. Like this morning I woke up and the United States had literally dropped bombs on another country, and I still day traded. Like, that is really hard to stomach day trading on a morning like that. On a morning where we open and we are 100 points away from where we closed, like, those are the days I still just press forward but reduce my contract size so that it takes a little bit of the stress off of day trading on a incredibly volatile day like that. Like, some of these notes, I'm like, what the heck? One of these days we had like a 500 point range. Tariff war, come on.
Anyways, what is my point in sharing this?
One of the things that I want to kind of point out that maybe is not obvious is a typical orb month for me is actually like maybe 9 or 10 trades the whole month. Mind you, there are 22, 24 trading days in a month, so I'm not trading every single day. Yeah, so I'm really proud of this.
All right. Back in good lighting.
I know if you have been following me a while, you are running to the comments section to ask me why the 60-minute opening range breakout. And that is because I watched a really recent video from Options Alpha, and Jack went over some back testing specifically for 0 DTE, 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute orbs. And I already knew that the 15 minutes was going to be incredible because I've been living and breathing that for 4 years. But I was really surprised to see the 60-minute opening range breakout results. So I'll link the video and I'm going to give it a go and I will follow up. I share my orb trades in real time in a private Discord community. I am happy to help you there if you need additional help, or follow me on Instagram where I'm going over my trades 3 times a week in my stories. Thank you for being here on my YouTube channel. My whole goal here is to provide value, document my own journey, and hopefully inspire new 0 DTE traders with small accounts. Because let me tell you that it is not about the position sizing. It's about the quality of your process. And it doesn't matter what strategy it is, orb or not, so long as you have positive expectancy, you have everything. your strategy so long as it has a high win rate, low drawdowns, and bonus points if the risk doesn't ruin your day. If the risk appetite of your trading strategy does not interrupt your nervous system and allows you to remain calm, well, then you have won the lottery of day trading. I wish you guys all the best. See you on the next one.